people who are already in the industry. I am a copywriter, I am a client servicing. I'm seeing all of those. So people who are graduates with 2-3 years of experience, and now the reality is very different. There are no jobs, job cuts, and all of those. So they are also doing what to now do they do? How do they upskill themselves? So what should these people in the industry already do? Should they go back to school like business schools like Wellinger, do some program like online? What do they do now for next 1.5 year?
So, I mean, I know it's a tough time, right? Because there have been layoffs in our industry as well. We can see across the board that people are being laid off. There is and there is also a hiring freeze. So probably getting another job becomes that much tougher, right? But I think for me, the two ways to look at it, either look at it as an opportunity, saying that now I don't know what spectrum you are coming from, right? So where you try to hand at it saying, I know a lot of graduates who finish graduation want to do a 2-year WorkX thing before they go ahead to do an MBA or a specialized thing, right?
Yes.
Maybe this is the right time to go learn, educate yourself, because also our economy is going to hit that downturn right now. So by the time the recovery happens, maybe you would have finished your course and come out, you would be at the prime. So education is a great space for you to enter and try out. If you're looking at education, if you were considering it, put that higher on your this thing, because it'll definitely give you that edge. Because see, the thing is, what I do is I compare any education that you want to do with where you are right now. See, if I am at a certain position in my job, I am going to be quitting my job to study. 2 years of studies later, if I come out, will I be in a position way higher than where I would have been if I was continuing in this job? Because you do get a promotion at the end of the year and things like that.
Increments will happen.
And if I have to measure that today, in today's scenario, that is it, the education aspect is much higher, right? Because you will go back to study, and by the time you come out, the economy must be in a much, much better shape. Because everybody is calling 2022 the recovery year.
Yes.
So you would be out by 2022. So I think education is a good aspect. And education doesn't necessarily always have to be this thing. You can always do a remote learning aspect of it, etc. on that front. The second thing is, this is also the opportunity to start up.
Yes. I was going to ask you that. Entrepreneurship in your media entertainment, this could be the chance. Because my understanding, Rohit, is that there are not going to be any permanent jobs. I mentioned it that day. There are going to be freelancing, project job, only assignment-driven jobs. And I think this is the time for that.
No, but that's the thing is, it's very easy to turn around and say, okay, I'm going to start something. But be very sure what you are starting and why is it relevant in today's times. Because don't go and start another social media agency, because there are dime a dozen, and today the biggest of agencies have cut their costs that much because they want business, they're losing business, right? So don't start a social media, but see what will work today in this economy. Who can you help with? Are there new age e-com brands that are coming up? Do you want to set up an e-com practice? Maybe, I don't know. There are multiple options. The next big idea is sitting in this few months. Whoever is coming out with the next big revolution will happen in the next few months, which will be the next whoever.
So true. So last personal question to you. What new skill did you learn during this lockdown period, and how have you been updating yourself, either through online learning, or what is your, view on continuous learning?
I have two contradicting views, right? I keep telling people education is overrated. Okay, but learning is very important.
Yes.
So I always stop people from going back to college, and because for me, I'm like, why can't you learn when you're parallelly, like, why can't learning and working happen parallelly
together? Yeah.
This remote working has really helped me with one thing. It has it's given me that freedom to start doing these things, right? So I do upskill myself randomly with all kinds of courses, but in this entire lockdown, I'm in the process of finishing a course which is completely different from what I'm doing. It's on financial markets and valuations.
Wow.
So basically I found this program. It was on Yale, and I signed up for it because I also work with a lot of startups, and I kind of work closely with them. So I wanted to have an understanding of how we could I mean, what are the other metrics we could look at valuations from, right? There are certain things, and I just wanted to get into it. It got supremely technical at some point, but but now something that so my wife and I, we do this. We just signed up for a course to learn Bahasa. So because the one country we really love the most is Indonesia, okay? And I personally see a lot of potential in Indonesia to be the next big market, emerging market for tech startups.
Like Vietnam, yeah, sure.
Yeah. And Indonesia is huge, right? It's the fourth biggest economy, the fourth biggest this thing, right? And it's almost the size of India, like 1/4 the size of India. It's the biggest one in that entire Southeast Asia spectrum. So we've been trying to learn Bahasa using a small little app called Babbel, and hopefully in 40 days it says that we'll be able to speak Bahasa. And Bahasa is a very easy language to pick up. It has 400 words, and only those 400 words are all you need to know. So,
and this is a true democratization of learning and education. You know how you are using this app. My children are working on Duolingo to learn a new language, and absolutely online tech has revolutionized and democratized education. What we believe at Youngpo, exactly like that.